Good morning, it's 5:30. I just couldn't sleep and I did a 5k run yesterday and I don't run a lot, so everything just really tight. So I'm going to share my practice, let me know how you get on, and if you have any questions just put them in the comments or send me a DM. I'm gonna start seated as usual. So nice cross-legged position. If you need to sit on a block, that's a good option because it just tilts your pelvis forward, lengthens through your spine. I'm gonna talk quite quietly because I don't want anyone else to wake up. So just taking a seat and just allowing everything just to come here onto the mat, sitting up as tall as you can, rooting down through those sit bones, opening up into the hips, inhaling and exhaling. Next inhale, you're going to reach your arms up over your head. Palms come together, interlace your fingers and then just push your palms up to the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. And then inhale up to the centre. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up to the centre. Exhale to the left. Inhale up to the centre. Exhale to the right. And then coming back to the centre. Coming forward onto your hands and knees. So we're going to come onto a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Just start to flow through some cat-cows. So you're going to breathe in, drop your belly, chest forward, look up. Exhale, round it out. Stretch the shoulders up, nice and high. You're going to do this 4 times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just starting to move through the spine, checking in. Last one. Exhale. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, find your downward dog. Start to pedal your feet. Just breathing. Stretching into those calves, lifting your hips up as much as you can. See if you can take those shoulder blades down to your hips or up to your hips. Make sure there's lots of space between your shoulders and your ear. Nice long inhales and exhales. Slowly we're going to walk your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat. And then just drop your head down. Let it all relax and your shoulders and neck, looking at your knees. Hands heavy. Slowly rolling up. Sorry, my alarm's going on. Oh, what happened? Okay, let's just come back into that forward fold. Slowly rolling up. Really slow, pull your shoulder blades up high. Hinge from your hips. You're going to just roll the shoulders up to the pelvis. Bring yourself up to standing. I'm just going to move my neck back a bit. Standing at the top of your mat, finding mountain pose. Just going to come forward onto your toes and then back onto your heels. Lift your feet up. and with your balance. In stillness, hands outside your hips, tap the pelvis under, belly hugged up towards your spine, engage into your thighs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to your shins, chest forward, hips back, and exhale, fold down, hands outside your feet, take your right foot to the back. Lunging here, so dropping the right knee. Sitting back, coming forward. Sitting back, lifting up the left toes, coming forward, just exploring here. Keep breathing, stretching into those hips. You're releasing the back foot, releasing the back knee down, lunging forward, arms up. And then bring both hands down. Stretch the back leg, front leg, sorry. Tuck the back toe, lift up through the back leg. We're going to lunge again. Root down through the left foot. Inhale, arms up. Release down. You're going to turn, bring the back foot to just a little bit higher up through your mat. We're going to come into a warrior one. So your right foot's on an ankle. Your left foot's tracking under your left knee. Arms coming up. Breathe in here. Keep the right hip rolling forward, left hip rolling back. Roll your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open your arms to the right side of the mat. Left hand comes over your left knee. Right foot just opens up. Find that warrior two. Opening up through that hip. You don't want to lunge forward, you want to just take the right foot back a little bit. Arms open. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bring your right hand, left hand forward. Elbow to your knee. Right hand comes up. Try and open up through the chest. Both hands come down, framing the left foot. Turn the right foot onto your toes. Take the left foot to the back. Into a plank. Good. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, chin and chest down. Just push your belly down on the floor, push your toes away from you. Just look down here. Roll your shoulders back. Hands come outside your mat. Roll your shoulders back. As you inhale, roll your shoulders, lift your chest. Keep your bum on, squeeze your bum. Point your toes away from you. If you want to look up, slowly look up. Exhale, lowering down. Hands under your shoulders. Elbows tucked in towards your torso. Point your toes. Engage through your thighs so your knees come off the floor. Push your hips down onto the floor, belly on the floor. Next, inhale. Roll the shoulders. Lift the palms and look up. Exhale, hands on the floor. Take your child's pose. Knees are nice and wide, toes together. Sit down on those heels. Reach your hands forward. Head comes to the floor. And breathe. One more inhale. And then work your way back up into a downward dog. So hands on the floor, toes underneath, tuck your toes and lift your hips. Sit back towards your heels and lift your hips up high. Pedaling your feet, bending your right, bending your left, flexing into your feet, stretching your calves. Rolling your shoulders away from you, lifting your hips up. Keep breathing. Looking up at your navel, so you've got a nice straight spine. Take your feet wider than the mat. Drop your heels down and lift your hips up. Then bring your feet back. Drop the left heel, point the right toe. Bring your right knee up towards your nose and then plant your foot at the front. So you're coming into that lunge on the left side. So keep the left toe tucked under, the right knee tracks the right ankle, up on those fingertips. Then drop the left knee, release the left foot, and slowly moving forwards and back. So just exploring here. Opening up and stretching. And good. Ground down through the right foot. Tuck the left toe, lift the left knee. Bring your arms up. Finding that lunge. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands come back down. Left foot comes up a couple of inches. It's on a diagonal. We're going to find our warrior one. So your right foot is tracking your right ankle. Your left hip's rolling forward, your right hip's rolling back. Pelvis is tucked under, reaching up with those fingers. As you exhale, open your arms to the left side. Take the left foot back. So you're opening up into your warrior two. The knees still tracking the ankle. And your chest is open. Your energy is shooting from your left to your right. Your chest is open. Everything's engaged. Inhale here. As you exhale, right hand comes down to your knee, left hand comes down and up. Just extended side ankle here, opening up into the hips. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we're going to frame the front foot, both hands come back down. Right foot comes to the back, finding that plank again. So make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Toes are shooting back, flexing away from the back of the room. Looking down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, chin and chest, so elbows tuck in, really tight your torso. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Okay, wiggle those hips. Look at those shoulders, look down, hands underneath your shoulders, really plant those fingers, looking down, roll your shoulders. As you breathe in, look up, exhale, hands on the floor, hands outside the edge of the mat, pull the shoulders, look down, really push down through those fingertips, point your toes, push your hips into the floor, lift the knees up, engage through the legs, and rolling, your chest draws up, staying here. Looking over your left shoulder, looking over your right shoulder, elbows bent and rolling back down. Really good. Sit back in your child's pose. Knees up to the side, toes together. Sit on your heels, hands forward, head down. Few more breaths. Slowly bring yourself back up into your downward dog. So hands under your shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the knees, sit back onto your heels, and then shoot the hips up to the sky. Pedal those feet. Draw your chest towards your thighs, hips up nice and high. And then drop the right heel down, point the left toe, lift up. Bring your left knee towards your nose, then bring your left foot to the front. Coming into the lunge on the left side, looking forward. We're going to just bring the right foot up a couple of inches again on that diagonal, and then straighten the left leg. So your hands down the floor, roll your right hip forward, left hip back. Look at your big toe, and lower your chest, head down. Stretching into your hamstrings. Keep rolling your right hip forward, left hip back. Bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders together. Drop your head down. Keep squaring those hips. And bend the left knee. Bring your left shoulder inside your left knee. Drop your head down. You're going to just turn your right foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat, and then just walk it out. Dropping your head down. Keep rolling your right hip forward, left hip back. Then bring your hands down inside your left foot. Take your left foot out to the side. Big stretch. Left foot shooting forward, hands on the floor. Turn your right foot so that it's tucked in into the same as you'd be planking, and looking down here. Just exploring, moving backwards and forwards, opening up. And then dropping the right knee down, releasing the right foot, keeping your hands on the floor. Walk your hands forward. See if you can come down onto your forearms. Bring your hands back onto your shoulders. Root down through the right wrist. Open up through your left. So just looking up over your left shoulder. Pushing your left knee out to the side, so rolling onto your left side of the left foot. Keep breathing as you draw your right hip down. Open up through the left. And then release both hands down. Releasing that left foot. Find that plank. Flex the feet, push away, push the floor away from you. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then lower the knees. Release your feet, elbows tucked in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push everything down. Good. Look at those hips. Hands under your shoulders, looking down. Inhale with the elbows tucked in. Lift up, look up. Exhale down, drop the head down. Hands out to the side, up on those spider fingers. Roll your shoulders, squeeze your bum, squeeze your legs together, point your toes away as you lift yourself up. Looking over the right shoulder and the left, and then lowering down. Hands under your shoulders, sit back into your child's pose. Knees out to the side, toes together. Sitting on your hips, rocking out through your hips. Head down. Feel your spine lengthening, feel your hands lengthening, your arms lengthening, your hips opening. And then slowly find your way back up into your downward dog. So tuck the toes, lift the knees, hips up. Sit back towards those heels and then lift your hips up more. Pedal your feet, left to right. And then drop the left heel, point the right toe high up to the sky, and then bring your right knee up towards your nose. Inside your hands at the front. Good. Left foot comes up on a couple of inches up on an angle. So up into that warrior one position, and you're going to straighten your right leg. Roll your left foot forward. Lift the right hip up. Lift, draw the left hip forward. Roll the right hip back. Keep those hips square as you stretch into your hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep the spine nice and long, so you're hinging from those hips. Your hips are square and your legs are straight. Root down through both feet equal. Hands come behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift those hands away from you. Bending your right knee, right shoulder comes inside your right knee. Turn your left foot so it's parallel, just toe heel opening up. Keep rolling the left hip forward, right hip back. Drop your head down. Humble warrior. Both hands come down inside that right foot, turn the right foot out to the side, left foot tucks up so that it's tucked away from you, flexing away from your hands on the floor. Just move here. And then drop the left knee, release the left foot. See if you can come down onto your forearms. Every breath, just see if you can release any more. Drawing that left hip down to the floor, opening up through the right. Then both hands come back to the floor. Left hand plants down, right knee, right foot's just going to roll onto the side of your foot and just bring a hand to your right knee. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Keep pushing that left hip down, opening up through the right. Then releasing your hands down, find that plank to top the toes, hands together. Pushing away from your hands, pushing away from your toes. Inhale, and then roll forward and drop your knees, chin and chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low down, point those toes away from you. Hands on the floor, and look down, elbows tight. Inhale, lift the palms back up, and exhale, sit back into your child's pose. Knees nice and wide, toes together. Sit on the heels, rock your hips out, drop your head down. Come up onto those fingertips. So you're taking your wrists and palms off the floor, but keeping your fingers down. Feel the spine lengthen as you engage your arms. And just walk your hands over to the left. Feel the stretch in the right side of your body. Maybe your left hand comes down to your left ankle. And then come back to the centre. And then walking over to the right. Take the right hand down to your right ankle. Just lengthen the left body. And then both hands come to the centre. Walk those hands forward a little bit more. And come up onto your knees. And then walk your hands forward a little bit more. Find that puppy stretch. Chins on the floor. Stretching into those shoulders. Coming back onto your hands and knees. Flip the left palm, sweep it through. One more breath here. And bring yourself back up. Same on the other side, so flip the right palm. Reach it through, look your right hand forward. Bring yourself back. Finding your downward dog. So, tuck the toes. Sit back towards those heels and lift your hips up. Up high on your tiptoes, bend your knees. Step or jump or walk to the front. Finding that forward fold, heads down. Roll up gently. Come back into your mountain pose. Hands outside your hips. Reach down through the left foot. Right knee comes up inside the right thigh. And hold it here. And release. Give it a shake. Do the same on the other side. My balance is different on both sides, so as long as your knees out to the side and your hips open, it's fine. And release. Give it a shake. Come back down to seated. Knees out to the side, sitting up tall, feet together. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward as much as you can. Grab hold of your feet, roll your shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. So you're going to keep hinging from the hips here. Chest stays open, spine stays long, and folding over. Stretching into inner thighs. Come back up. Right leg out to the side, left foot, walk the hands forward. And walk your hands back, swap sides, left foot to the side, right foot tucked in, and walk your hands forward. Hands come back, crossing your legs. Come back into the seated position, easy seated. And we'll end as we began. It's just gently rolling your shoulders. And forward. And you should feel a bit more loose now. Chin just drops down to your chest. Bring your hands to your heart. Have a lovely Monday. I'll be live at 1 o'clock for my unlimited yoga through November. And if you want to focus on sun salutations, we'll be doing sun salutation B at 1 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.